Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Aaron here. That's me. That's this guy. Anyway, so I'm just coming back from my counselor. It was a good session. He kind of caught me off guard a little bit because he was like, Aaron, you're doing so well. I think we can cut down to once every other week. And I was like, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. Um, I wasn't I didn't fully agree, just because of the fact that I was like, okay, we haven't even gotten deep into the mom files, as I call them. Um, my mom passed away in 2006. I explained this on another video, but I never uploaded it. But my mom passed away in 2006, and my mom was my best friend, and I never really had a lot of friends. So, like, my mom definitely meant a lot to me and still means a lot to me. And she passed away literally. I came home on a Monday and I was like, Mom, guess what? I have all my classes together. I'm going to graduate this semester. And literally, that between Friday night and Saturday, ironically, it was January the 13th, which was Friday the 13th, between Friday the 13th and Saturday the 14th of January in 2006, we were driving. Next thing I know, in the middle of the night, we were in an ambulance on the way to the hospital where she was pronounced DOA. And that was a really difficult time for me. Um, but I went back to class that Monday. And I just wrote a little letter to all of my professors, letting them know, I've never dealt with something like this before. I don't know how it's going to, how I'm going to handle it, but I'm going to continue going to class. And it was, and this is why I do that. Not because I'm an insensitive jerk who's like, your mom just passed away and you're going to go right back to school. It's because my mom was always like, Aaron, I can't wait to see you graduate from college. I really look forward to it, and I'll be so happy to watch you walk across that stage and all of that stuff. And I knew that I still feel like my mom is looking down on me and wants to see me succeed and be the best that I can be. And that's a motivator. And for me, I was like, okay, I have to finish this so I can graduate and she can see me graduate and all of that stuff. So, that was sort of on my mind. I was like, I have to just keep going to school. I can't stop. And my mom also, when she was alive, she was always very much a go-getter, very much a get things done kind of woman. She was like, this, if this has to be done, we have to do it. This is the way that it's got to be, etc. And I think that was a big inspiration for me as well in general in my life, because I see a lot of those traits in myself as well. And as it relates to that, I think that showcases that to an extent as well, to the extent that I was like, I have to keep going to school. And it was very difficult for me. And by the way, this video, I guess, is kind of therapy for me a little bit. Opening the mom file, so to speak. And I remember one of my professors told the head of my department, and she called me into a meeting, and she was like, Aaron, so I heard that your mom just passed away like 2 days ago. And she was like, why are you here? And I was like, well, because I feel like the best thing to do is for me to keep on going to school. And honestly, I can't really take the time to think about it. It's a very difficult situation. And literally, while I was explaining that to her, I started bawling tears, uncontrollably. And, but I still went to school. I graduated, hallelujah. I'm definitely grateful to my family, because if it wasn't for my family, there's no way that would have happened. And I actually did well that semester, interestingly enough. My mom graduated college with a 3.93, And I didn't quite graduate with the 3.93 by any means. But my last semester, I did a really good job. Honestly, once I switched to communications major and got into a field that I really enjoyed, my grades were just like through the roof. Honestly, once I got to communications, I was pretty much A's across the board, a B here and there. But anyway, so that was a really difficult moment for me. But I never really took the time to grieve, as they say. That's why the professor asked me. She was like, or the head of the department. She was like, "Why are you here? You know, you should be relaxing and grieving and being healthy." And I relate all of this also to MS, because one thing that they say about people who have been diagnosed with MS pretty consistently, they have something on the inside emotionally that they have not dealt with effectively, and they've been holding it in. And I think for me, it's that, and that's part of what I wanted to deal with my counselor as well. So I never really dealt with that, and part of what had me realize the significance of that was when I went to see Dr. Baden in Georgia. His wife started, because they also acknowledge people who've been diagnosed with MS have something really deep on the inside that they haven't dealt with. And his wife started asking me questions, and then we got on the subject of my mom. And while we discussed my mom, I literally, and this was in 2013, my mom passed away in 2006. Literally, I started bawling uncontrollably, like I had not done since the time that that professor asked me about it. Because honestly, I haven't really talked with people about it and how it really affected me, honestly. And I guess that's part of the benefit of this YouTube video. You know, I'm talking about it. And just talking about it with her, I just started bawling tears uncontrollably. And like I said, that was 2013. And that's what had me realize that, you know, there really is something there that needs to be addressed. And that's part of what I went to my counselor about. And I just mentioned that last week. I was like, I really think it's time that we start opening the mom files. But he was like, as it relates to dating and stuff, he sees that I'm thinking logically about things and critically about things, and he feels that as it relates to that, I can. He didn't totally give me the green light to date. Green light. I don't remember how that song goes. I'm sorry. It was something by Beyonce on the B-Day album. But he didn't give me exactly the green light to date. But he's like, you know, you're a lot better. I feel that you could, you know, step out there, which is what I'm going to do. Lightly tread the waters of the dating world. I don't know how you can lightly tread water without submerging yourself. I'll keep my head above, and I'll do more than that. I'll just get in the shallow end of dating. Shallow, but that's where all the gays are. Oh goodness. That's the analogy. I'll get in the shallow end of dating, and yeah, that's what I'll do, you guys. And we'll start opening the mom files. So I've said, so next time, could we maybe like set a timer on how long I talk about dating stuff, and then we'll move on to like some other stuff, some more meat. I'm not gonna pun on that. There's no need. But anyway, all right, YouTube. I just wanted to share that with y'all, you know. So I'm feeling a lot better. My 4-week challenge is amazing. Hallelujah. I'm very grateful. I'm feeling much better than I have felt in a long time. I'm I'm walking much longer distances than I've walked in a really long time, and I'm doing it comfortably. You know, it's not like a big stress like it has been. And I appreciate what the guy said in the video that I talked about before where he was like, give your body time to heal. I understand that it's a process, but the key is consistency, and I don't remember the other word, but the key is consistency. So that's my goal. Again, it's a 4-week challenge, but it's a 4-week challenge to develop a lifetime habit of health and healthiness. Anyway, YouTube, and just in case y'all didn't get the 4-week challenge, because I feel like it's important to share that stuff with people in case you managed to watch this video but not that video. My 4-week challenge is to take all of my vitamins every day. I take vitamin C, I take krill oil, I take vitamin D3, which is good for people who have been diagnosed with MS. I take feverfew, I take magnesium. I take those every day. I go to the gym twice a week, minimum. I go to the chiropractor currently twice a week, minimum. I do my morning yoga every day. I do the exercises I was given. And this is a good thing to do that the guy in Georgia, Dr. Baden, told me. He stretch your neck this way, hold it, breathe, breathe, breathe. Stretch it this way, hold it, breathe, breathe, breathe. Stretch back. Like I just felt my neck crack right there, and that's a good thing. That's gases escaping. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hold your neck down, breathe, breathe, breathe. Hold your shoulders up, breathe, breathe, breathe. Hold your head that way, breathe, breathe, breathe. Hold your head that way, breathe, breathe, breathe. And actually the last one is hold your shoulders up, breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, and that really helps a lot. Like I've been feeling really good with that as well. Anyway, and my other exercises, do your squats. Those are good. And I do your squats with weights. Hold your weights down. Like as you squat down, hold your weights between your legs. Then lift them up. And as you come up, curl your arm like this and then push your arm to the sky. And that's good. And I'm trying to start working some healthy fats into my diet because my chiropractor feels that I don't get enough fat. And he's probably 100% correct. So he's like, get some olive oil, take a very small amount of coconut oil, which I'm going to try to do, and grass-fed butter. A very small amount of grass-fed butter, because we have so many GMOs and all of that stuff. So the benefit of grass-fed organic butter is it is, of course, when it says grass-fed, it's talking about the cows that the butter comes from. Get it, grass-fed cows, and get it organic. Anyway, I'll get into that in another video. Talk to y'all later, YouTube. I think that was it. Yeah, so we're going to start opening the mom files. Peace. Be blessed.